Jeff, mic check.
Check.
Check. Our contestant number 6, Jeff Thomas, the fuel within, Jeff Thomas.
Remember when you were a kid and how you would make believe you were a superhero? You could do it all. You could fly. You could jump. You weren't afraid of anything. Not a thing. Thank you, Mr. Contest Master. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. My favorite superhero was, dun 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 dun, Superman. Faster than a speeding bullet. Able to leap tall buildings on a single bound. And more powerful. And more powerful than CJ. You know, contest judges. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, I've learned 2 very important lessons from Superman. 1, stay away from kryptonite. And 2, never let fear stand in his way. When was the last time you faced your fear? Have you ever asked yourself, what is my fear? What am I afraid of? Have you ever wondered, what would it feel like if you could overcome that fear you have? Let me show you a terrifying experience I went through to overcome my fear and turn it into fuel. Picture me standing on top of a cliff, 10 stories high, looking down into the Sea of Japan. Why am I standing here? Well, it isn't because I think I'm Superman. It's because of them. Yes, them. My Air Force buddies. You see, they all jumped off the cliff, and I was the last one to go. And they were egging me on. Sergeant Thomas, you need to jump. Don't be a sissy boy. Don't make us call you mama. Please, don't call my mommy. I was terrified of heights. I wasn't a strong swimmer. 2 strikes against me. As I stepped near to the edge of the cliff, the fear overtook me, and I began to shake. And the sweat was streaming down my cheeks. I could feel my heart racing, ready to burst out of my chest. I stood there for what seemed like forever, as my eyes started to tear up. It was the smoke from the barbecue. When my buddies were cooking, I could smell the barbecue chicken and hamburgers on the grill. I was getting kind of hungry. And once again, they're egging me on. Sergeant Thomas, you need to jump now, jump. And then I heard them say something. I never thought they would tell a ranking sergeant. Sergeant Thomas isn't going to jump. Who wants his chicken wings and hamburger? I love my cheeseburger. I knew I had to take the jump, or forever living knowing fear got the best of me. So I closed my eyes, and a calm settled over me. I took a deep breath, and just like Superman, I was flying. I could hear my buddies saying, look up in the sky. It's a bird, it's a plane. Ah! It was a high cliff. Ah! Splash! No, it's just Sergeant Thomas. He's found one of his wings. Go ahead and save his hamburger for him. Next I remember was looking at the gleaming sun as my head popped up out of the icy cold water of the Sea of Japan. I knew I accomplished my mission. As I tossed around the surf, I realized I lost 2 things that day. 2 things. My fear of heights and my shorts. I learned that day I had this fuel for confidence. I faced my fear, and it became my fuel that day. Where did it come from? I don't know, and maybe I never will. What I do know, I had this fuel whenever I needed throughout my life. I had it when I served my country in the Gulf War. I had it when special friends of mine died there. Sergeant Murphy, Sergeant Watson, and many more. And I have it to this very day. I don't think this fuel is unique to me. I know a lot of people who have it and use it all the time. It's really in all of us. Sometimes we call it courage or guts, or maybe it's just being crazy enough to try something like jumping off a high cliff. Fellow Toastmasters, is there a superhero inside you? The next time you stand on the edge of your own cliff, remember that you have the fuel to excel within you. Whatever it takes, courage, guts, something else, you have it, it's inside you. Reach out and grab it with your heart and turn your fears, into fuel. It's a Toastmasters.
Jeff.